What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Shoot the Shit, the summer of guest takeover. We had on Mindless Horror podcast a couple years ago. We're bringing it back for Shoot the Shit now. And today, I have the distinct pleasure of sitting with a good friend of mine, a fellow member of the movie club. That's an exclusive club. Only 4 of us are in.
5.
5. Yes, that's right, 5. 5 of us are in. And fellow gamer, fellow funny boy, Mr. Oingo.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on, man?
Not much, not much. Just chilling here at home.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So,
Obviously.
yeah, right? No, man, because we were doing Shoot the Shit, and I was like, had this idea that I wanted to bring like all my friends on, really, and just kind of hang with them and talk with them. I know we already got you on one show talking about your haunt stuff, but I think we can go a little bit beyond that today, man.
100%. 100%.
So,
You've gotten to know me over these past few months. We've hung out, we've done some things, we've gamed some games, gotten to know each other a lot, so you know the ins and outs of me a little bit.
a little, just a little bit, just a little bit, So, yeah. Nah, we just something I think we could talk about a little bit, and it's only been a weekend, but I don't even care. Going right into, we just saw Top Gun recently. That was pretty good.
Dude. Pretty good? I'd say pretty great. This is such a dope movie, dude.
It was. No, I think what was best about it is it really kept that 80s nostalgia of the Top Gun franchise that we all know and love, and just gave
100%.
us a modern take on it. You know what I mean?
100%, dude. I think my favorite part about it, and Aaron was saying this as well, it's the cinematography of just the whole film. The shots were perfect. The angles, everything was just perfect. I don't think it could have been any better. I also love the soundtracks, 100%.
I mean, we're going to the danger zone when we think about that film. Am I right?
Always.
Oh man, no. I think it was just a fun time. I remember tickets went on sale when I was in Seattle, and we were talking about going to see this. And so I came back from Seattle, and I'm laying in bed. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy the Top Gun tickets. Like, let's fucking do it. We said we were gonna do it, and all 4 of us went out. We went to go see Top Gun. I think that was probably the most fun I've ever had going to a movie, just ever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, it was just nothing but vibes, and it was one of those things where I was just really into what I was seeing with this film, especially going into it knowing how they filmed it and whatnot. I think it was a lot of fun. But I mean, the idea of the movie club started, I think, because we were at the barbecue. You remember that? We were scrolling through the Voodoo account, and you were like, oh shit, like I want the Voodoo account and everything. I'm like, there's a fee, bro.
Yeah. You told me there was a fee. Still haven't paid. Still got the account.
Still watching all them movies that we have on there, man. No, but I think it's interesting. It's something about you that a lot of people don't know unless they know you, is you're a big movie guy,
100%, dude. I love movies. Grew up watching them all. I think my favorite genre of movies will always be horror. You know that I'm a big horror guy. The first horror movie, I think I might have told you this, was that I watched. I was about 6 years old. Was The Exorcist. I remember to this day watching it, and I watched the whole thing, and I remember having nightmares for days, bro.
For days, bro? Like,
for days.
What
dude.
Fucked you up the most about it? Was it just like the fact that you've never seen anything like that, or?
Yeah, I think more or less it was the fact that I've never seen anything like that, and back then, all that practical makeup and all the practical effects just looked so real at that time for me that it just kept playing over in my head, like, oh dude, that's real, like that can happen. And I mean, most of them are based off true events, quote unquote, true events. But nobody's ever really like seen. Like I've never really seen it. That's like the only time I've seen it. Like the head doing her head doing like a 360 spin, projectile vomiting.
Oh man, I think when I first saw The Exorcist, and it's still the only scary movie I think to this day that actually scares the shit out of me. I think when I first saw it, I was just I don't think I could comprehend it at first, but then going back later on and just appreciating it more as a film where it was the 70s and they got to do all this. Like it was one of those
Yeah,
things where like you look at that movie and it still holds up to this day, you know what I mean? Like it really
yeah,
still does justice, and now I'm hearing Blumhouse wants to do a direct sequel to it, so
yeah. There's doing a direct sequel. There's also supposed to be a reboot. With like the original priest, I think it was. Somebody from the original movie is supposed to be in like a reboot. And that's supposed to come out like late 2023.
yeah.
Um, you know, there's a lot of good horror movies that are getting rebooted, and I know, kind of just hoping that whoever reboots them can live up to the hype that was made on those movies.
Now, kind of looking at an Exorcist sequel, what is something that you would? I mean, like, how do you even go into a sequel with that? Obviously, Reagan was the first chick, but it was like, what do you go from here? Like, are we gonna see Reagan? What do you, like? What would you want to see in an Exorcist sequel?
I honestly, the way I would do it, it's if it's a sequel, put Reagan in it, and then give her a family, and then somebody in her family, like let's say like a daughter or a son, gets possessed, and it's just a whole cycle all over again. But this time she knows what to do. So
Yeah.
something like that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be weird after all these years that you finally see a sequel to The Exorcist, since the last time it came out was in the '70s.
Yeah.
So to see, I mean, I know whatchamacallit's still alive. What's her, Linda Blair? She's still alive,
Hmm.
and I see her at conventions all the time. She still looks pretty good for her age, and yeah, I think that'd be like the smart move. But then again, wouldn't that just be The Conjuring?
All over again. The
Like for
Conjuring,
real.
different title.
The original, but I mean, technically, you can also say The Conjuring could be The Exorcist too. I mean, who
True.
knows? I guess the only thing that separates Exorcist and Conjuring is the Warren family. That's about it. So
Yeah, and in the Conjuring series, they don't show very many possessions like the way they did in The Exorcist.
yeah, yeah, you got a point there. I mean, I think for me, I don't know, but and you know this as a moviegoer, Blumhouse is very hit or miss when it comes to how the movies are come out. It's either really good or it's either really bad. There's like no middle
Oh
ground for
yeah.
Blumhouse. Like, and you know that more than anybody as a movie person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am a big Blumhouse guy. I think my least favorite Blumhouse movie to this day is Black Christmas.
I don't think I got to see that one. I didn't. I know it was a reboot of the original that came out. I think what was it, the '80s or something. But I never got to see that one. I kind of can tell from the trailers if it's gonna be good or bad. And Blumhouse has that, like, when I saw the trailer for Truth or Dare, I was like, this movie's gonna be fucking terrible. Like,
Yeah,
how do you make a movie based on this popular
kids
game, and
game.
you put a twist on it, and it's like, this movie is fucking terrible, dude. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Blumhouse. Jason Blum, you're a fucking you're the Kevin Feige of the horror universe right now. But there's just some movies you got to just say no to,
Yeah, and I feel like Black Christmas is one of those that they should have just kind of like stayed away from,
Yeah.
because if you watch the trailer, just one trailer gives you the whole plot of the entire movie, and you're watching and you're like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I feel that 100%, and it's one of those things where I'm looking at this, and you got to look at a company like Halloween Horror Nights sometimes that will adapt these films to mazes. They're known for doing a lot of Blumhouse things, and honest to God, I ain't gonna lie, I think the mazes over at Horror Nights are better than what I see on film. Like that actually scares me a lot more than what I saw in the film.
I think I think it's more because, you're actually on these sets of
Yeah,
like like what would be in the movie. You're like, the set production at like Horror Nights, it's like top notch. Everything looks amazing. Um, so it feels like you're walking through the actual film.
right. Yeah,
So,
and that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, we all know, if you guys are new to the channel, if you're not, Oingo is a boardwalk at Knott's, but outside of Knott's, it's kind of a little good transition right there, talking about Horror Nights. Is there other haunts that you enjoy going to before you get to start your season? Like, are you a Horror Nights guy? Do you like to go like to Six Flags? Like, do you check out all these other haunts before you start?
um, believe it or not, I've never been to Fright Fest. I've been wanting to go, but especially me living in like the beach cities of Orange County,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be such a drive to go to Fright Fest. Only time I'd go to Fright Fest if it was like, you and like all like the guys, and Ronnie, you know, we all make a trip up there, have a good time. I don't think I'd see myself going to Fright Fest just me and like Ronnie,
Yeah.
Um like the only time I'd go just me and Ronnie is Horror Nights, and it's become like a tradition for us every year. We've gone to Horror Nights since we've been together. And every year since we've been together, we've done Scary Farm, except 2020 was the only year, everything was shut down. So that's the only year we didn't do anything.
What's been your fate? Well, when did you guys start going to Halloween Horror Nights as together, or have you? Did you go a little bit before her too, like before you guys got together, or has it only been since
Um,
you guys got together?
no, it's only been since we got together. I've like um, like on our first podcast together. I've been going to Scary Farm since I was about like 9 years old. But 2018 was the first time I've ever set foot at Horror Nights. So that was like an experience for me, especially like sharing that first time experience with Ronnie. It was like I don't think it could have been a better like time to do it.
2018. Oh, so you lucked out there, buddy. You went the year of the
Yeah.
first Universal Monsters too, so
hmm
that must have. What'd you think of that maze, man? Those Universal Monster mazes are pretty badass, huh?
Universal Monster Mazes are will always be my favorite because those are movies that I've after like The Exorcist I was watching, you know, like the original like Frankenstein, like black and white. I think those will be the only black and white movies I will watch, or like Frankenstein, Dracula, um, The Invisible Man, The Blob. Those will be like the only black and white films I'll watch. Anything other than that, I don't know. It's kind of a no go for me.
Damn, fake movie fan, bro. Just putting you out on the spot right there, man. Don't even appreciate
I,
the classics that started cinema, bro.
I'm not saying I don't appreciate them. Just saying I wouldn't watch them as often as I would like the horror classics,
All right. Okay.
like Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a classic, dude. All those are classics,
100%.
bro.
I gotta show these movies to Lilith, bro.
I mean, I would hope so. As a father, you would educate your daughter and to what good cinema is and what's not.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know you have to, but I know as parents, you probably just. So you got to tell me this. So like, for example, now that you're a parent, right, and everything, do you find yourself liking these like kids movies more than you actually would enjoy them, like if you didn't have a kid?
To be quite honest, I've actually always loved animated movies. I think my favorite animated series will be Cars, like the Cars Pixar movies. I love those. Wally, you know, all those, Peter Pan, Pinocchio. I love Pinocchio. Pinocchio is probably one of my favorite like Disney films
So I
from
assume
like
you
the
saw the live
classics.
action trailer that just got released
I
this
did with
week.
Tom Hanks.
And I think Hanks is gonna do a good job as Geppetto, and
Oh,
and
100%.
and I mean Jiminy Cricket looked pretty good. They didn't quite show Pinocchio yet, which is kind of like that's where I'm a little on the fence right there. It's like, how are you gonna do this? Like,
Yeah, because didn't they try to do like a knockoff version of Pinocchio, like a live action one, and it just kind of flopped?
probably a more darker, serious one. I know a lot of these stories, like beyond what you see as the Disney Pixar stuff, is just all, there it's originally originates from like folk tales and stories from back in
Yeah,
the day that were a lot darker. So
yeah. Um, yeah, Pinocchio was it was a book. A lot of these, Disney films were once books or like children's books before they became movies.
yeah,
But yeah, Pinocchio, I think I might have read the book once in high school, and I remember it was very dark and gritty. It was all like a hardcore book.
yeah. Now these movies, you see a lot of these, like especially a lot of the princess movies where they make them very happy ending and whatnot, but in the actual like original tales of these, it's like it has always a dark twisted ending and whatnot. And
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
like, bro, why aren't we making these horror movies? Like, I guarantee you, we'll fucking have a great time with those, man.
Yeah, like in regards to like Disney and like kind of horror villainy type thing. I think my favorite Disney villain film has always is Maleficent.
That's a good one.
Yeah, with Angelina Jolie.
I gotta say though, I did like that Cruella. I really liked it.
Cruella was I think that's just a little bit under Maleficent, but it's because I personally I love folklore and like fairy tales and stuff like that, so that's kind of why I prefer Maleficent a little bit over Cruella de Vil. But Emma Stone did an excellent job in that movie. The soundtrack,
Well,
everything
what's
was just
funny
perfect.
is I was talking to my buddies about it when that trailer first dropped, and my buddy straight up called it when he said that's going to be Disney's Joker film right there. That's their Joker. If you really look at it, I mean, there's a lot of aspects that are similar to the Joker movie with
Hmm.
Joaquin Phoenix, where she goes through that whole transitional period of her becoming from her to Cruella, and then finally embracing that full time. So I mean,
Oh
it was. I
yeah,
mean, the soundtrack was great. The movie looked great. I mean, it looked beautiful. I mean, just the way the style and the look of it just looked amazing. And Disney really hit the nail on the coffin with that one.
100%. Yeah, like
Yeah.
once again, like the soundtrack. I think that would have been it's one of my favorite things. I'm not much of a like music or type of dude or like kind of movie soundtrack type of person, but
Yeah.
that is when it comes to Disney, I think that is one of my favorite soundtracks.
100%, dude. I really liked what they did with that one. Speaking of Disney, man, did you hear that fucking Doctor Strange is going to be on Disney Plus at the end of the month?
Fingers crossed, bro. I really want to watch it again and like
Oh, it got
go
confirmed.
through
They
it.
they announced it today.
Oh, really?
June, I
Hell
think
yeah, then like
22nd or 23rd. It's going on Disney Plus.
bro, then I'm gonna watch it again and go through it and see if I missed anything.
That was a wild. I just saw it Monday at the TCL Chinese Theater. That was a fun time. I never been to that theater. That was a beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful theater, man.
I remember that. Yeah, bro. It's like, and like you were saying, as like a movie fan, a moviegoer, that is like a bucket list thing is to watch a movie there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in the main theater where they usually like hold all the premieres, but it's still. I mean, it's the TCL Chinese Theater. Like, you know how
Oh
many
yeah,
premieres they've had held there over the fucking last decades? Like, so many
thousands, dude.
stars have, walked that red carpet just to get in there. Like, it's
Hmm.
insane to just think of, especially when you go look at the handprints and all that on the front. Like, it is insane to know that all these celebrities have, stepped foot here. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's one of those things. But yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. Hey, what do you think of? We're finally. Let's talk. Let's get to the little gaming portion of shit because you and I have a lot to say about video games. But
100%.
um, what are your thoughts finally about getting closer and closer to Modern Warfare 2, bro?
So, I was actually on my way to work this morning, and I was in the drive-through to get breakfast at McDonald's, and I got a notification from Instagram on my phone. I unlocked my phone just to see what the notification was because I thought it was, our group, and it said Call of Duty posted a new reel. So, just out of curiosity, I opened it, I saw it, I saw the teaser, and it just shows all the characters you're gonna be going through. And I don't know if you saw the teaser yet, but there's at one point there's a frame of Simon Ghost Riley, and that was probably the sickest. part of that teaser that I have seen so far.
Was that the one with Tim the Tatman?
I don't know.
Did you
I
see
didn't.
that teaser?
No.
So all of them are like in, like in when in Call of Duty, when you first spawn into a map, like you come in the back of a van sometimes and all that.
Yes, that is the
So
teaser. Yeah, that is the teaser. Is Tim the Tatman in that one?
yeah, he is. He's the one putting on the sniper scope and taking it off. He's like, scope, no scope, scope, no scope. And that's the
I
actual
got it.
guy that actually plays Price in the new games too, and because he looks just like him in real life.
Yeah, the guy that voices Price. It's such an uncanny like thing that
Yeah.
that he's going through. He looks so much alike. He grew out like the facial hair and everything for that too.
Yeah, he's I'm glad they take advantage of doing those like live action trailers, especially when they can get big Twitch streamers or just
Like,
streamers in general to come on. And
big names in the gaming community.
yeah, I mean, I remember he was playing. Doc was playing with Tim the Tatman, and he brings up the fact that he was going to be in L.A. and he couldn't say for what. I think he was in L.A. shooting that commercial. That was back in like, what are we in June? That was back in like April, dude. He said that, dude. So I
Yeah.
think that's more than enough time to film that, especially when it's a very little part.
It's about a minute long, but it's got so much in it. There's a bunch of like, a bunch of the characters, a bunch of like you said, Tim Tatman's in it. I didn't see him, so there's gonna be some familiar faces in there. Um, it's action packed as well. So, it's honestly it's got me super hyped. And I think my favorite thing about Modern Warfare 2 it's gonna be that um attack on that what's the name of that game? It's a Tarkov.
Oh,
You know what
Escape
game
from
I'm talking?
Tarkov.
Escape from Tarkov. Their version of that, I really want to see how it goes because I've always wanted to play Escape from Tarkov.
Well, now you
And
got a PC in the works. That's something you're gonna have to probably hop
I mean,
on.
the PC's right here. I got the monitor right in front of me. PC's running. I just need a cam. That's it. That's all I'm missing.
That's all. I mean,
It's
dude, I
just a
think you can go
webcam.
on Amazon and buy one for like $30, just a starter cam for starts, and then work your way up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a little bit, maybe till like next week, and
You
we'll
could
see
do. I
where
mean,
it
you can
goes.
still do Twitch streams without cam. You don't need cam. I mean, you just need audio so they can hear you.
Yeah, I should be getting my new mic. It's a Rode Pod. It's what Aaron suggested to me.
Right.
So we're getting that tomorrow. Gonna have it set up ready.
And you're gonna become a Twitch streamer, man.
Yeah, I actually got to call my internet provider because I'm not getting the speeds that I was told. I'm running at 50 megabytes a second.
That's a big
No, man.
no-no, Oingo. Come on.
I know, man, I know.
You
But
know more than
yeah,
anyone with streaming and gaming and everything. You gotta have the best of the best, man. You have to have the best.
yeah, dude, I know. But I was looking online, and my internet provider, I go through AT&T. That like I'm at the highest speeds for my area where I live, so that's kind of like a letdown. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
I know, isn't that suck? Like they promise all this thing on the internet, on the TV and everything, and then all of a sudden you get it, and they're like, "Oh, in your area, this is the max you can get." You know,
Yeah,
it's like, come on, dude, don't be promising me all this stuff, and then all of a sudden I don't get any of this stuff. What am I paying this thing for? You know,
yeah, dude.
and you and I, we play Warzone a lot. We've gotten some dubs here and there. What are you looking forward to in Warzone 2, man? What do you want to see different?
Um, well, playing both, you know, since day one, Verdansk and Caldera, seeing Verdansk go through its different stages of life, from its beginning to its end. I'd like to see more the newer Warzone 2 map to be more like Verdansk than Caldera. I personally, and you know this, most of us do, we don't like Caldera very much. Um, I just like more of the urban setting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I'm looking forward to. I'd like to see a little bit more close quarter combat type like villages, because when they announced Warzone 2, it's supposed to be set in Medellin, which is I don't remember where, but it's in Central America. Um, so that's where we're going. Obviously, if you like look up pictures of Medellin, it's very
Is it gonna be like we're
urban.
gonna see like favela and shit like that?
Exactly, it's a lot of like big favelas. You know, it's a lot of uphills, downhills. Buildings are some buildings are bigger, some buildings are smaller. So I'm hoping to see a lot of like close quarter combat. You know, but I'm hoping they don't do what they did and put a 7.25 in there, bro.
Bro,
'Cause
I
that's just
mean, it's just why would you even put? I mean, that's a toxic gun. So,
100%,
100%.
100%. Be,
Yeah, I just hope it's just stable. It just that's all I ask. Like if Infinity Ward's taking over, I mean, they got some good mechanics, and let's just hope the game is just workable, playable, and stable.
oh
That's all I
yeah,
need in
no,
a Warzone.
yeah, especially like around when was it when Warzone was just so wonky, like nothing was
It
working
was like the
properly.
start of Caldera, dude. It was just broken.
Yeah, yeah, like there was guns that were knocking you from like you were at like the top of a hill, and then the enemy was at the top like of another hill, and there's like this big gap in between you guys, and they were beaming you with like ARs and submachine guns. It was
Just didn't make
ridiculous.
sense. So they just need a balanced game, bro. Speaking of some games, Brown, I got a little thing I'm gonna do for you. So this one, new segment I'm introducing on the podcast called Speed Round. Give me
Right on.
I'm gonna list off a
Let's
bunch of
run it.
things, and just the first one that pops in your head. All right.
All
Uh,
right.
Beatles or Rolling Stones?
Beatles,
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke,
Marvel or DC?
Marvel,
Disney or Knott's?
Disney,
Disney or Universal?
Disney,
Oh, back to back Disney, huh? Iron Man or Batman?
Iron Man,
Thor or Superman?
Thor.
And it's just going Marvel hard, huh?
You can't go wrong with Marvel. I mean, if
uh,
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Thor would probably beat the shit out of Superman.
Probably
Uh,
because
they're they're
of
they're
magic.
both pretty. Yeah, they're both pretty much like invincible.
Yeah.
But Thor's got Mjolnir, and now he's got that new axe.
Okay. Let's see. The Incredicoaster or Matterhorn?
The Matterhorn. Matterhorn,
Oh, gotta
100%.
go classic, huh?
Always.
Gotta go classic.
It might give you some whiplash, but
Pixar or Disney Animation Studios?
Disney Animation Studios
Over Pixar?
over Pixar.
Wow, that shocks me, man.
I love
Um,
Pixar animation, but
and this is
Disney
gonna be
animation.
probably the one that puts you in the spotlight. Halloween Horror Nights are not Scary Farm.
Not Scary Farm has my heart, man. You know that.
It's because you worked there, huh?
Yeah, I'm super biased, but
Uh,
reason being is because Not Scary Farm has original ideas.
hmm
Although Universal does have original ideas, they're based off of previous films.
Properties and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that was a good speed round. I just came up with all those from the top of my head too. Like I didn't even have those written down. I was just like, I'm just gonna see what I can roll with. I'll have some written down though. I'll have some written down. But Oingo, I know it's only been 30 minutes, but I think this was a good show. Honestly, this was a good start to the season. Nice, get you in smooth. Get you in a second episode. You've been hitting me up to do one of these for a long time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love doing these with you, bro.
Oh,
You know, getting to know each other a little bit one on one. You
one on
know,
one.
the fans are getting to know me a little bit more.
I can
Just a
tell you
little by little.
this: we are working on an episode with everyone in our group chat, which is gonna go one of two ways: either really fun or really chaotic.
It's fingers crossed it's chaotic because that group is just so much.
Oh man, that'd be a lot of fun to see. I think
It's
there's gonna be a lot of bagging on people, but we got to keep it PG-13.
I think it's gonna be chaotic because there's a bunch of I guess a bunch of different flavors of people.
Flavors of people. I've never
Flavor.
even. Yeah, I mean I think that's to say the least, but okay.
Yeah, we We got the quiet ones. We got the loud ones. We got the ones that are being passive. We got the ones that are shit talking.
You know, the ones that spam your inbox with random shit.
The ones that spam the inbox with random reels. 15 in like 30 seconds.
If you know, you know. That's all we're leaving it at. No, I think it will be fun, and so that's probably the next time you'll be on the channel. You'll be on one more time before the summer, and maybe more.
Yeah.
We'll probably have you on Midsummer Scream, stuff like that if you're going to that. So.
I won't be. Oingo will be.
Oh, Oingo's
will be
going.
there. Yeah, I got some things planned.
Have we seen Vato Oingo again?
Maybe.
Vato Oingo was the shit, bro. That was Vato Oingo at the Story Films meetup.
Story Films, Vato Oingo.
Vato Oingo,
Choingo.
bro. It was Choingo Holmes.
Choingo
gonna lean like a cholo.
Oh, yeah, man. Bro.
That's cool, man. I did like. I will say this, even though we're making fun of it, I did like the Vato Oingo look. That really felt LA, honestly.
It's funny because I was trying to figure out what to put on for Story Films because it was my first Story Films. I wanted to make a good impression, and I couldn't figure out anything for the life of me. You know, the day of Story Films comes, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna throw this on. I'm gonna be a cholo clown, and but it worked.
It really felt, and it fit in with the LA vibe. You know what I mean?
It did 100%.
Like right up the fucking freeway right there was Universal Studios from where we were shooting at, and LA was just right beyond that. So we were in the general area, to say the least. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, we're gonna have fun with that one. I don't know when that one will be filmed. That's gonna be the fun part to figure that out because I gotta coordinate with everyone. But we're gonna have a lot of fun with that one for sure. And best knowing there'll be chaos.
Oh yeah, and by then I'll have my setup ready. I'll probably have my second monitor. Hopefully by then.
Look at Mr. Fancy here now.
Yeah, bro. I'll probably have my new Wi-Fi by then.
Faster fiber and everything, huh?
Yeah, faster fiber. Gotta get that.
I mean, you have to, bro. You're a gamer now. You're gonna be streaming and all that stuff, and we just gotta make sure. We gotta make sure we get you only the best because it's gonna be. You're gonna need it, basically.
Oh yeah. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll have my first stream ready.
Ronnie's sitting right there listening to this whole conversation, isn't she?
Yeah, she's standing right there.
I know, because I'm getting text messages from her.
I can see that.
It's making me laugh so hard. Oh, Ronald.
She's over here eating her chicharrones.
Ronald!
Hey!
Let me get a bite. What the hell?
Give him a bite. He wants a bite. Oh. Man, there's Lilith over there.
She wants a bite, too.
Throwing her tantrums.
Now, go follow my boy, Oingo at ksf.gomez. And check us out, his haunt page. Check it out. Enjoy it. It's coming real close. And then there's Lilith! Get Lilith cameo.
Lilith cameo. Hey, if it's ever me and Ronnie, there's got to be a Lilith cameo in there.
It is, you just got to have it's like the Stan Lee. It's like you got to have a cameo of some sort. We got to carry on cameos.
But yeah, haunt, it's around the corner.
Oh man.
So close, yet so far.
You got an audition?
I do.
Oof. We'll just leave it at that and see what happens with this season, right?
Oh yeah. Doesn't matter where I'm at this season. It's going to be a fun season.
Oh, hell yeah, 100%. They're putting you back in, whatchamacallit, Origins.
Knock on wood they don't. Knock on wood they don't.
All right, dude. So, yeah, we're gonna do another one soon. Stay tuned for that one. You're going to have a lot of different personalities here that you've seen on the channel before, so get ready for that one. I don't think you are going to be ready for it, but get ready for it.
I don't think even you're ready for that one.
I don't even think I'm ready for it, so...
You're going to be sitting there like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah, for real, dude. It's going to be one of those moments where I'm just like, fuck, man. I got to edit all this and censor a lot of things. And... All right.
You got to throw in those bleeps.
I know, dude. Don't even get me started. I already know. I'm already editing a golf tournament that I filmed last October right now. That's going to be going on the channel real soon.
Oh, hell yeah.
it's gonna have something fun at the end. That's basically calling a group out. So yeah.
Ooh, I need to see that one.
I mean, I guarantee this golf tournament, if you don't laugh at it like I've been laughing at it, editing it, and I'm in it, and it's hilarious just to see what the chaos we did at Castle Dark. So.
Sheesh.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Shoot the Shit. If you guys did, tune in next week for another episode with another guest. So that means hit that subscribe button with the bell notification be where every time we put up a new video. And also follow us on Instagram at the Nights of Horror, Twitter at Nights of Horror. I'm your host, Anthony. It's my guest, Oingo. This has been Shoot the Shit. And we will see you guys real soon.
Nights of Horror.
Oh, right there. Use code NOH at checkout for 5% off. We'll see you guys real soon.